It's Week 17 of the NFL, and today's clash of conferences is just...
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there on the first play of the game. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And that's how you start a drive, because they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
On play action, they'll throw. Underneath here to Hill. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. 2nd and 5. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll look to throw here. Man open left side. It's Williams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Welcome to the NFL, baby.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Hill. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. 2nd and 3. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. That time a 6-play drive, and the end result a Detroit touchdown. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
Anytime anyone throws for over 300 yards in a game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week. And in the AFC last week, our guy got it.
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. He'll try to duplicate that here in this one. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's a good shot.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 22 carries, 94 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run, has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Back to throw. Adams.
He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
Now Adams to throw. Off the play fake. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Dobbins running out of the gun.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
2nd down and 8.
Looking to throw. Adams. Got a man and he hits him in stride.
And the Texans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
Adams operating from the gun. He's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with Hill.
He was brought down by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Looking to throw, and that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Second and 11. This is Hill on the draw play. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. First carry for the Oregon State man, Jamar Jefferson. And he is going to have the Lions first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
Now back to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Caught left side, Williams. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there and end up making the play.
2nd and 14. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. These two teams all tied after 1. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter.
And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Operating from the gun, Adams. He finds his man, complete. It's Little. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route at plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to throw. Adams. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, so far, a little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Dobbins trying the left side. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. J.K. Dobbins, his 14th touchdown now of the year. And the Texans have retaken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. The Lions on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense taking over again. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's Adams on 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Jordan. Not much there, only a yard. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. From the gun, Adams. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Adams. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got it to Williams. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll drop to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Adams. Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Adams. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrad Davis. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence.
They got a completion there, but that's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, hey, take 1 or 2 yards, we're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll set up to throw. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around the bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After hitting the field goal, now Sloman handling the kickoff duties. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Adams. He finds his man, complete. It's Jordan. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Adams. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Jordan. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Adams. From the gun, he'll throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing, and I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over on bounds.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Fletcher Cox racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 46. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where it was the visiting Colts who were able to pick up the road victory. Drew Lock sharp in the victory as his guys find the win column for just the second time all year. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And that one's gone to the half with the visiting Bears on top. Justin Fields, a touchdown pass, but it's the defense that's been the story as they are pitching the shutout thus far. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. A couple of touchdowns there for Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. And meanwhile, for the Texans, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Here's Rodgers to return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Let's go!
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him to do. But guess what? In the huddle, on the sidelines, guaranteed he's thanking those big guys up front for keeping him safe. I have a feeling he may even buy dinner.
Indeed, entertaining to relive some of those deep balls.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Adams. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Aleem McNeil
in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
To me, the defense was a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Houston. This will be fielded at the 17. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions will take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Second and 5. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They're going to look to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Adams now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Little. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the gun, Adams. It's caught. Tolbert.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Another run here with Dobbins.
He pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead now 11, 24-13. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Open man right side is St. Brown. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. Adams. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Little.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas. All day. Whoa. Let's get it.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Adams. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A huge play there for Houston.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football, and this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Dobbins once more. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. This is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Brevin Jordan, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off near the the 29. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Now Adams to throw. Throwing on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 3 yards the gain there. Second down. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run here with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Adams. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessful.
Tucker's kick is good. And it will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for Detroit. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, You tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Kylan Hill is intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. A dump off now to Hill. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll set up a throw. And in for the Lions, touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Sam Sloman now for the point after. And the lead will be cut down to 14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Houston set to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Dobbins. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? The Texans on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Adams. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That one complete to Hill. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Throw right side, complete to Williams.
Let's go.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Open space inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's complete to Williams. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 6 there on first. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Sam Sloman for the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Texans, they moved to 9-7 on the year with one game remaining.